Should we go to the beach? Hello. Good morning. Welcome to a week in the life of JP, LP, and the real MVP, living our best life. The last few weeks for us with summer has been pretty crazy, with people coming to visit, holidays, and just trying to enjoy the really good weather, which is always absolutely amazing, but it can quite often put us out of sync. And we've been meaning to do something like this for a little while. So this is our first week in quite a while that we've actually got a normal week. So we thought that we would take you with us and give you a little insight into how we live, how we train, how we work, what we get up to, and just how we run day to day. So every single morning, we'll always start with Lola's favorite time of the day, which is a sunrise walk. We usually don't bring phones, and it's the time of the day that we have a conversation, isn't it? Where we just talk about everything, challenges, life, business. Some days we just don't say anything and we just walk in silence. But this morning routine and being able to have that opportunity for 45 minutes to an hour every single day has been an absolute game changer in terms of probably our relationship, and also just getting really clear around where we both are, what's currently going on, because outside of that, I then spend the majority of my day on my phone or working or communicating and just in go mode. So having this opportunity has been incredible, and also gives you the opportunity to listen to all of my BS. So walk, cycle to the gym, train, and yeah, I'll take you with us. Once I've filmed us walking the dog, cycling to the gym, going to the gym, working, that's going to be it. Just rinse and repeat for 5 days. Nothing else. Here we are. Little cycle to the gym. Our bikes have probably been the best purchase. Would you say, Leanne? Our bikes have definitely been the best purchase that we've got since we moved out to Portugal. Reminds you of being a kid. The freedom has been amazing. Even just being able to have a little zone 2 to the gym, even on the weekend, just being able to cycle to the beach, cycle for brunch, just a sense of freedom, which has been so cool. And also, Leanne's aerobic capacity has significantly increased just from a daily cycle. You remind me of Pagacha.
No, I'm Jonah.
You're Jonas, are you? Okay.
1, 2, 3, go!
Gone. Nothing left.
Flat. Do you want flat white oat milk? Do you want oat milk? Oat milk or normal milk? And he also wants. Dara also wants an almond croissant as well, please.
Okay.
Pass it down. Pass it down matter. So Tuesdays for me are coaching call days. This has been a game changer for me. I think I've done a couple of the YouTubes on this, just highlighting just the power of having a rhythm to your week. Before, it would be I had lots of different tasks across lots of different days, and my ability to focus was pretty difficult as I was being pulled from pillar to post. So one of the biggest changes that I've made is just having all of my calls on one day. So on a Tuesday, I'll typically run calls from anywhere from 8 until 6. And that's just the time that I now know that I'm going to turn up. I'm going to have a coffee, some Barocca, a shake, and I'm just going to lock in. It's just going to be a full day of coaching, which then gives me more space and time outside of that to be able to work on other aspects and other areas of the business. And it just also allows me to really focus on what's the biggest priority instead of just being pulled from task to task and thing to thing, which has been an absolute game changer. It's something that I've communicated with a lot of our coaches, which has also massively helped them as well. So Tuesday is a full day of basically me sat here communicating with some cool people, and yeah, pretty much not really doing a lot else, and looking forward to salmon ramen.
So that's Tuesday calls done. 10 calls, I think, today. Really cool. And the thing that I love about these coaching calls is that every single call is different, they're unique. It provides a different perspective with every single conversation that I have, because everybody has different needs, different wants, different goals, different aspirations, and also different limiting factors and constraints. So every single conversation is about helping them understand, well, where am I right now? Where do they want to be? What's the gap that's stopping them? What's the project, and what are the key steps that we need to be able to go and put in place? And just giving them that clarity in terms of focus, which is always epic in terms of just allowing people that opportunity to access the next level of depth. And don't get me wrong, some calls can feel frustrating, because whenever you're working through challenge, it's not about finding and having all the answers, and frustration is a part of the creativity process. There was a couple of calls where there's just this exploration that we're currently going through, and they haven't got the thing as of yet, but we're just getting closer and working through those next pieces. So good day, 10 calls done, salmon ramen, Portuguese practice now, otherwise I'm going to get in trouble with, well, the teacher, but more importantly, Leanne. so I can actually go in tomorrow and be able to participate and not feel as though that I'm holding everybody back. So yeah, there we go.
No, so that was already too much. The way to do this is quite specific, so it should be 3 steps. Okay. Welcome to this leg. I'm going to open up backwards. This leg follows. And now obviously I cannot play from here, so I need to open up my body. That's the third step.
This is the favorite meal of the week. The highlight. So good. So today's Wednesday. Wednesday is normally a rest day from training, and now we are having a coffee. Leanne's going to play paddle, and on a Wednesday I deliver a little micro training to everybody inside the community. So today I'm building out and training on systems to scale and helping them get really clear around exactly what are the systems they need from 0 to 3 to 10 to 20k plus in their coaching business. It can be so easy to get caught up in, I need more systems, or I need better systems, and I want to be able to provide them with absolute clarity around what is absolutely needed across marketing, sales, and delivery at each level in order for them to be able to grow. So what I typically do is I'll map it out with pen and paper, because that's my favorite thing to do, and then off the back of that I'll put it into a very short presentation and then some little frameworks that I can build out. These trainings are usually 10 to 15 minutes long, and then we do kind of a Q&A and an open session off the back of it. So really enjoyable, nice just to sit, have a coffee, do some thinking, do some planning, and have a slightly slower day.
So how did the training go?
Thanks for asking. The training was
I
really
would
good.
ask you anyway.
Yeah, the training was good. I was a little bit apprehensive about delivering this training because trying to gain real clarity around how I position and what's going to be the most useful, insightful, and practical pieces that the team can take away. There's some trainings that I build and I can literally build them in 5 minutes and it's done and it's good to go. And there's others that just seem to take longer and they feel a little bit heavier because there's so many moving parts, and I usually probably make things more difficult than it actually needs to be from a delivery perspective, because I'm always in the mentality of trying to over deliver. So you're trying to strip things back to make it as simple as possible, which was good. We had Kev, who's our head of systems inside the High Performance Coach, on the call as well, which is great for him to be able to provide some insight. And I think the team were able to take away some key points. One of the biggest being, you can't outsystem poor skills and you can't outsystem poor focus. Like, you need to be able to develop the skills in order for you to build the systems. Otherwise, there's no systems to build. So skills always comes first, then it's strategy, and then it's systems. So it's being okay with not being very good at certain things for a period of time, stepping into it, learning, and then you can build the repeatable processes and tasks off the back of that. So good. Now just closing some loops. I've got a couple of marketing plans to write, and then we're off to Portuguese lesson.
5:30.
5:30, which is 17:30.
17:30.
It's a plural number.
Age. Ah, okay. So age, there's a set.
There's a set.
E.
Yep.
30.
Yep.
Genta.
Week in the life.
What? Cleaning through out the dog's bum.
Cleaning through out the dog's bum. You're not right in the head. What are you making me do?
Your favourite? Smith, Bulgarian split squat.
Smith. Bulgarian.
Yep.
Big quads, baby. Good evening. This is me in my favourite spot in the world, I think. Barbecue, some tanning, an absolute highlight. Today has been a good day. We got woken up at 5:30 with Lola being sick, so not only do we have to clean poo out of our bum yesterday, it was a morning of picking up sick, which turned out pretty well because we ended up getting up earlier, which meant we could get some work boxed off before the morning walk. We then trained, I came back, built out a couple of launch plans, then ran our Thursday business mastermind call. Had a team call with Mr. Ben Leader just to map out the next stages, the next phases in terms of how we are coaching, delivering, and enhancing and improving what it is that we are doing inside of the High Performance Coach. Then had a call with a business growth partner that we are currently working alongside. After 12 years of running an online coaching business, we are now, for the very first time, stepping into paid acquisition and stepping into paid media. I have always had a real obsession around the world-class basics, and for the last number of years, I made a commitment in my mind that I wanted to get myself and I wanted the business to be at a certain point in a certain place before then we even look at stepping into the world of ads, etc. And could there be an argument to be made that we could be further ahead if we'd started that sooner? Absolutely. Has there been times where I've used what we've been able to build and create by not running paid ads as a badge of honor? Yep, absolutely. But for us, we have really just doubled down on organic marketing, messaging, reputation, retention, referrals, and then long form media. And we've never had the need, and also we've never really had the systems in the back end to facilitate based upon how we like to do things. But now, having done a lot of work in the background and with everything where I now want it and we need it to be, we're ready for us to move that next piece of the chessboard. So very excited for that, a really good call, and excited to action, implement and put in place just, yeah, what's going to be the next phase of growth, and also a great learning opportunity for me as well. So now, barbecue, little mini magnum, take Lola for a little walk around the block, and then it's Friday tomorrow. We say that every single week. It's like, oh, it's Friday again tomorrow. So how did that happen? Which I think is a sign that we're having a good time. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So there we go.
What's the verdict? So this time I've cut up the ribs and cooked them cut and marinated them cut. Any better?
That's very good.
Yeah?
Morning, beach walk with little Lola, and we're just reflecting on our Portuguese lesson on Wednesday. How was it, Leanne?
This week, well, last week I would give you a 2 out of 10 for effort.
I was like the naughty school kid that hadn't done his homework last week and did not have a clue. And Leanne was trying to mouth the answers
It was awkward
across
to
the
watch.
table to me. It wasn't good. I felt
It was
like I
not
let
good.
you down, Rebecca down, myself down. Yeah, it was a little bit embarrassing, really.
Yeah, Rebecca's our teacher, by the way. But this week I give you a good 7 out of 10. I'd almost go 8, but I feel like there's still room for practice and improvement.
Well, that's because I did some homework for more
did.
than 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I think we really noticed, like, obviously I've done a lot more practicing than you, but we really noticed with you doing a little bit of practice how good you actually could be and the potential that you actually do have from putting in a little effort.
That's what happens when you do the work.
Because you're actually really intelligent.
When you do the work, that's what happens. So that's our 2 extracurricular activities at the minute. Padel on a Monday with Patrick. Over the last year, we've been having a lesson a week, haven't we? How's that been?
Yeah, good. We've both improved a lot.
Yep. You've gone from not being able to hit a ball to being able to consistently hit a ball.
Yeah.
Played in a couple of tournaments. Don't ask how they went.
No.
And then Portuguese once a week. Well, you've done 100 hours already. And I've done a few hours. But seeing the difference in you just from that 100 hours as a base and then being able to, or now going to those lessons is amazing.
Yeah, we've got a lot of respect for people that can speak different languages, don't we?
Such a good skill. But it's been nice. And since we moved to Portugal, it's been such a big change for us, because before, when we lived in Scotland, we had the gym in the house. We worked from the house. We lived in the middle of nowhere, so we'd walk Lola around beautiful fields. But from a social perspective and outside of work, we didn't really have that much apart from going out for food, really.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't see a soul for the whole week, easily.
Yeah.
Easily just see each other.
Yeah, and that's what we say to everybody, just the difference in our lifestyle, from being here and just seeing so many more people, so many more activities, and just learning new skills as well, and actually being able to have other things outside of just work and training has been great. So yeah, really good. Today we've been up for an hour, had a coffee, done some work, walk now, off to go and train with Mr. Dennis Mack, who's been inside the high performance coach for the last 3 years now. So gonna go and do a full body session with him. Food shop Fridays, it's fresh fade Fridays, and then it's content day today, isn't it?
Big day of content.
Yes.
Got a lot to do today.
A lot to do. A lot to do.
So we can enjoy the weekend a little bit more.
That's it.
But I've got a feeling we're going to have to do a lot on Sunday as well this week.
Probably.
Yeah.
Good.
But it's all good. Hey.
Oh, that's coming. Fresh Fade Fridays. So morning walk with little Lola done. A great training session with Mr. Dennis Mack. What an incredible human he is. Fresh Fade Fridays, and now currently sat planning out today, which is going to be YouTube, podcast, email day, and also just getting really clear around key projects and what it is we need to focus on. There's so many ideas and there's so many things that as a business owner you need to do, could be doing, should be doing. There's so many different moving parts, and sometimes the biggest challenge that we have is like, right, okay, where are we? What's the focus? What's the priority? What are we saying no to? What are we saying yes to? So today's just going to be a brain dump and just really aligning everything so we're clear around, well, what's the primary focus right now and what are all the things that are going to be secondary and could be done later down the line. When it comes to the YouTube side of things, I normally create our content on Thursdays, but with a couple of meetings that I had yesterday, that wasn't possible. And with the content creation itself, I usually run like a truck and trailer model. So if you go and check out the link in the description, there's a training called Evergreen Lead Generation, and it will walk and talk you through exactly how we do things. But put simply, everything I deliver internally inside the program, a week later, I'll take an element, a segment, and a piece of that, and I'll then produce a YouTube, which will then also get converted into a podcast, or we'll do one separately. And then using AI, we'll then take the transcripts, turn those into emails, short form content, etc. So today is slightly off piece because I'm going to be taking a deep dive into not how to find your niche, but how to find your people. The biggest challenge and problems that the majority of coaches have, the ideation around what I believe, and then the action that you can go and deploy and install, which will help you pull the right types of people towards you, because you're going to create content in a way where they're going to think automatically, you get me. So I normally put pen to paper and we'll then get recording. How long do you think this is going to take, Leanne? Depends. I have expectations, so I'm like, yeah, it'll just take a couple of takes and I'll be good to go. And then 3 hours later, we're still going, fuck, I need to do that again. Let me just do it one more time. Because each time you do it, you iterate and you get better and better and better. And so there's the start now, get perfect later, and just crack on. But I also appreciate that sometimes the reps allow me to iterate, refine. Lola's just gone into the person's garden. And that actually enhances how I can communicate and improve what it is that I'm trying to present. So we shall see.
Nobody's better at being you than you, and that's going to be your greatest USP.
I've not got my mic on, so I'll get told off. Morning podcast this morning. How was that?
Yeah, here's the thing.
Decided to do an off-the-cuff podcast whilst we were out walking little Lola. We say this all the time. It's like, this would be great as a podcast episode. And when we were recording the YouTube yesterday, I'm like, we should actually do this. So I had to get up super early this morning to walk Lola in the dark, because today we're off to go and do a high rock simulation. And it's not Leanne's favourite thing in the world, but Mr. Ryan Smith is putting on a little event for some of his clients. So we're now going to go and do a little run. And then we are off on a boat trip for a day, which will be super cool, which we're looking forward to. So yeah, a fun-filled weekend of activities. Are we going to win today? We're just here for fun. We are here for fun, aren't we? It is, we are here for fun. Let's do some running.
I'll do my best.
2, 1, go! Round twice.
Like Johnny Bravo. Chest.
Oh, I seen the other day.
No calves.
Jedward, and I was like, oh my god, that's
Thanks. How was that, Leanne?
not my best performance.
That was good, I enjoyed it.
Really hard.
Yeah, but you're not running ages. So we're just saying how funny it is when you just compare yourself to where you used to be or what you used to be able to do. And then when you've been training in a different way for a period of time, and then you go back to stuff you've not done in a long time.
Yeah, no, I feel
It
like
sucks.
I'm so fit. I'm like, I'll be alright at running.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like my bicep curls have been going really well recently. Yeah, high rock sim done. Really cool setup. Great guys. Now shower, protein shake, try and find a coffee, and then boat. Get your coffee in a half pint glass. Beautiful. I wouldn't want my coffee any other way. Ah, €2.20, absolute bargain. We're happy to see you. So boat trip yesterday, so good. We always say that the boat trips are like the best days of our life whenever we've been on a holiday. Like they're always the things that we just remember and appreciate the most. And it's something we've had in the diary that we've wanted to do since we moved to Portugal, but just, well, didn't make it a priority. So yesterday was one of those days that I didn't want to end. And I've been working away quite a lot with a mental performance coach over the last 3 months. And one of my biggest challenges and one of my biggest problems that I've had is my ability to feel joy and allow myself to be in the moment, because I've spent the last 10, 15 years, even when I played professional football, just focusing on driving, attack, what's next, more mode. And it's like, when I get to, then I will. And one thing that I've been really trying to do is just expose myself more to the feelings that I've almost been suppressing or I haven't been able to feel as much. And yesterday was one of those days that really allowed me to appreciate the work that I have been doing internally on myself, because it does feel hard and it does feel heavy. And the only way is through. And sometimes you're like, am I noticing any difference? Are there any benefits? Are there any improvements? And they're the little kind of bright spots and the little moments that make me acknowledge, okay, yeah, do you know what? I do feel calmer. There's a greater sense of peace of mind, and also just a greater sense of like standing where my feet are, which is something that I've very much struggled with, because yeah, I'm always in what's next and let's go mode. So really cool. This morning, a little sea dip with Lola, and now a full day working away. For the last 10 plus years, we pretty much worked to some degree on a Sunday. And more recently, we tried to take more of a Sunday just to have more space to relax and take some downtime. But over the last couple of weeks, with where we are currently going into, as I said, paid acquisition, we've got a launch, we've got internal delivery systems that we're currently refining and iterating and working on to improve and enhance what it is that we're now doing for the coaches inside the High Performance Coach. And we've also got our next event in 4 weeks' time. So today's just going to be a day of working away. Leanne's in the background. Lola's currently under my feet, and we'll get a few hours done, and then it'll be Monday again. So I hope you've enjoyed. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.